Uh, in lecture 15, we've learned some color palettes and color spaces. It is important to use color wisely in visualizations. For example, the following image shows how different data type is best represented by certain types of palettes. However, we realized that we haven't learned about how to draw maps in R. So we are going to talk about basic functions in ggplot2 and explore some other useful interactive graphing methods. We are going to use data from lecture 13, from which we've generated scatter plots to explain dependency relationships. In this dataset, we have total fertility rate, life expectation, and GDP for each country. By plotting TFR against GDP, we can draw conclusions about the relationship between two variables. However, it is hard to see geographic patterns of variables without explicitly plotting a map. To plot maps using ggplot2 functions, we need to use several additional packages. Since the original data doesn't have geographic information, we need to align it with map data using country names. A conventional ISO code can help the merging process. We are going to draw the GDP in map using ggplot2. We load world map data from our natural Earth and use ST transform to prepare for joining. By left joining on ISO code, we will have all the information needed to draw a map inside one data frame.
So this is a map we draw from using the ggplot2, and we're going to draw the life expectation in map using Plotly also, which gives us interactive graphs. We first created a data frame containing the country codes and the life expectation and total fertility rates from countries 2012 CSV. This data frame will be used for generating plots for this graph and the next graph. And then we use Plotly to show how the life expectation at each country. The lighter the color, the longer the life expectation of each country will be. And for the second graph, we use Plotly to show the total fertility rates at each countries. The lighter the color, the higher the total fertility rates of each country. We can see that the TFR and life expectation are negatively correlated. This might infer the economic condition of different countries. If we compare these two graphs with the GDP maps, we can see a pattern that people in countries with higher GDP will be expected to live longer. And we can see from the blank spaces of the graphs that for most cases, we may not have all the information of all the regions. This might be caused by the mismatch of country names or simply loss of information in small undeveloped regions. Also, there's a few controversial areas like Israel and Pakistan. Areas with no formal data records like POS, we can choose to drop them from the map, and sometimes we just have to make proper assumption on the missing data.